I think the issue that is here is, as the leader had rightfully put it, it is not an element of whether we are giving Kenya Airways money. It is an issue of a certain taxation that this House passed. And that taxation that a number of us felt was going to be unfair to Kenyans has come to bite us. And when I say us, I mean us as custodians of government entities, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, one, this should be proof enough that once we come back from recess, that I'm hoping that the leader will be able to convince government that this taxation that has now been declared and has been put aside by the judiciary shall no longer take effect. And this is not something that will just be unique to Kenya Airways, who are right in appealing to this very House so that this tax is suspended. But then, as we are looking at suspending this tax for Kenya Airways alone, let us consider all the others. And I'm glad, and the chair will agree with me, that in countries like Senegal, where they announced $128 million to relieve the tourism and air transport sector, that was not for a national airline alone, but for the full sector. Where in Seychelles, where they have waived all landing and parking fees from April to December 2020. Madam Speaker, that was not for their national airline alone or the local carrier. It was for any other airline that is going to get into there. When Cote d'Ivoire waived its tourism tax from transit passengers, it was not for a specific airline. It was for every single passenger who was using Cote d'Ivoire as a transit point. When Lufthansa entered into an agreement with the German government for a €9 billion bailout, let us not try and compare the two, because at one time, and I heard the leader of majority as well talk of Emirates, these are entities and these are companies that have been posting profits. Now, as much as it is right for us to be able to agree with this particular report, I'm hoping that government is listening to the voices of the people, courtesy of the constitutional obligation of this House, and that when we come back, we will now say that let us listen to the needs of Kenyans. We cannot have a tax that is based on volume and not profits. That in itself, and no country, Madam Speaker, in the world has ever grown by overtaxing its citizens. And at a time like this, especially now, when we have seen how badly hit the different sectors of the economy are, it is now enough for us to say that when we come back, let us simply remove, and those of us who initially said that we cannot have such form of a taxation, let us all talk in harmony, not for anything else, but for the sake of Kenyans. Thank you very, very much, Madam Speaker.